Alright guys, we're back with another Tacoma video. So as you can see, this time we're doing some big boy mods. We got Fox 2.0 full lift kit, and this is supposed to be a 2-inch kit, you said?
It's like a 2-inch lift in the front. It's more like a leveling kit, but I don't want to be too high. I don't want to be obnoxious, so it's alright.
Yeah, so John's plan is it's his daily, so he's planning to stuff some 33s, right?
Oh yeah.
And so we're gonna probably do some wheeling videos once we get everything done. But in the meantime, we're gonna replace the OEM suspension with this new Fox suspension, and we're going to show you the process and then give you a before and after, kind of show you how it looks once we're done, and maybe even do a little review afterwards on the ride quality of it.
Oh yeah.
So let's get started.
Let's do it. Actually, within 2 hours of being on Tinder, I see this girl and I'm like, dude, I knew this girl in fucking high school. Are you getting this? All right. So first things first, break the lug nuts. So the car's not in the air. Well, you have to do it with the car on the ground, because if you do it in the air, the wheels are just gonna spin. Not the back, but the front. So let's do that real quick. Then you lift it up. All right, so pretty much you're just gonna jack off your truck just by doing this. Then when it's properly jacked off, you wanna grab your protection. You don't wanna just do that. So this will keep it from messing your life up. And you're just gonna wanna put it anywhere on the frame works. I'm gonna actually jack it up a little bit more. And I'm gonna put it right there. There we go. Now the front wheel's up in the air. You can take it off now. Now that the wheel is up, we're gonna kind of wing it, but I am gonna use torque specs. I'm not an idiot. So right now, we're trying to see the best way to actually get this out of here. It's 1 bolt down here and 3 nuts up here, but it leaves all of this in the way. So what we're gonna try and do is take the sway bar off from the bottom, swing it upwards, and that should be enough space to get it out, but we'll see.
Yep. We'll give it a try.
Pretty much right now, I'm gonna use a wrench that looks like this. It's a 14 millimeter up on these 3 up here. So I'm gonna get behind that because it's kind of hard to get, and I'm just gonna loosen this one and take it out. And it wasn't that easy to just loosen. I actually loosened it beforehand. But if you take this one out, you're not gonna have to wrestle with it as it's coming out. It just comes out right now, and there we go. That's 1 right there. So the next step now, I have a 19 millimeter wrench on this bottom bolt, or the nut, and I'm gonna use a 19 on the other side, and I'm just gonna break this free really quick, if I can, without a breaker bar.
I told you that one was gonna be hard.
Man, you were right. Engineer out here. Okay, I'm gonna use a breaker bar actually.
Shout out to my boy Leverage.
Oh,
Apply
yeah.
a greater moment on the bolt.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yo.
All right, so even with the breaker bar, it's still really, really tight. That boy Leverage not strong enough, I guess. But I don't know, maybe I'll get the spinach or whatever steroids Popeye was on and be able to twist that. There we go. Gets easier as you twist it more, but
It's usually how bolts work.
yeah. Let's put that ratcheting boy, the ratchet boy out here.
Alright, well, that's the younger brother of John, Matthew Georges, who drops wrenches on his BMW.
On my car. Wait, what? Yeah, I just kind of dropped it on my car. I don't know if anything happened. Yeah, I don't know if that was there before or not, but either way, that was pretty stupid of me. Yeah, I was flipping it. Okay, he's out here like...
And then that was his car, basically.
And yeah, that concrete was his car.
I'm done.
Ooh. Well, right now, this boy's loose, and let's see. I don't think it's gonna. Oh wait, yeah, I can just push it out.
Yeah,
But
because there's no
if
weight
it's
on it.
stuck, you can probably take this, thread it a little bit, and hit it with a hammer, and it'll come out.
Yeah, keep in mind, this car only has like 300 miles on it, so that's the reason everything is so clean and smooth right now. So if your car is a little bit higher on mileage and you're doing this, you might have a little bit more grime and dirt holding everything together down there. So you might need to hit it with some WD-40 and a hammer if necessary.
Blast.
Facts. But yeah, that's why, if y'all were wondering, all these Bilsteins and everything are so clean looking. There's no rust yet. It's because John just picked this bad boy up.
Oh yeah.
It's a freshie.
All right, so I removed the second bolt, and this is the last one right here. It's gonna take a little bit of spinning because it's gonna start coming down. But if you lift it up, you can just hand loosen it. There we go. Technically, it's out kind of, but it's still stuck in here, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna take it out. And that may or may not be fun, but we'll find out.
All right, so we came to the conclusion that it would just be easiest to completely remove the sway bar from the upright and from the, I guess, sway bar hangers on the chassis. So we're just gonna take that completely out so that it's out of our way and we can just get the strut out, and it'll make all the packaging and installing of everything a lot smoother. So we'll get back with you once that's removed.
All right, so anytime something's supposed to be really quick, something holds it up. And I did no research at all. I did not look up any DIYs. I didn't do anything. So I'm just taking the entire sway bar out, and I'm also, oh crap, let me not drop that on myself. To take the sway bar out, I'm taking these metal, I don't know what they are, support thingies off. So yeah, sway bar is out and sitting on my crotch. It's not very comfortable. And yeah, we'll update you whenever, well, let's actually try this right now because this is out. Let's see. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt because it's a 4x4. There's an axle on this side, and I don't want to take the steering column off. So, let's pull this down. Ooh. That's, oh no, that's not it.
Almost a success.
Let's pull this up.
Pull it through the top.
Trying.
Push the CV bolt, the boot in. It's just rubber. Push the rubber in on the left.
Alright. It's gonna take a little bit of finesse, but it should come out. I hope. I don't have a ball joint puller, or else I would just disconnect the upper control arm. But yeah. Fun times.
I might have to come through and engineer it if John continues struggling. We'll let you know what happens. All right, we got some progress.
All right, so somehow I actually took the bracket off for the brakes, which yeah, some people are smarter than other people, and I got a suggestion from homegirl over there.
Oh, shout out to special guest.
Ooh. Anyway, yeah, she's smarter than me. She's a better mechanic than I am. I don't know why I'm doing this, but she should be doing it.
Facts.
But anyway.
Put women to work 2020.
Hell yeah, brother. Gender equality. But yeah.
I'll probably get demonetized for that comment, but it's fine.
Oh, dude, that's not sarcasm. It's true. Women are better than men, low-key. Okay, so this is probably not the correct way to do it, but I just disconnected all these lines, the brake line. You have to be super careful if you do this not to bend the hard lines. And how did I do this? Oh.
Emma, be quiet, we're filming.
I think I stuck this through here. There you go. And pushed it all the way down. Then I kind of twisted it like this so that it kind of starts threading. It's probably not how I did it. But yeah, somehow like that, it'll get in with enough messing with it.
And then right now you're about to see it installed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know? How do you know?
Everyone has Trinity.
Is it small?
It's 2,000 kids, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, she's a Persian friend of mine.
Yeah. Are you gonna like try and finesse or just try and...
I don't know. It depends if she can cook kebabs for me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dude, I can cook kebabs. Can I finesse?
Then I'll finesse you. Shoot.
Ooh.
You're probably cheaper than her too.
Ooh. Plus they're asking for car parts.
Facts. Donya's dad drives an F80 actually.
Oh shit, for real?
Well, he did last time I talked to her.
Nice.
But that was like 2
Wait,
years ago.
I remember that. And he thought your GT 500 or 350 was fake.
No, that was Rachel. That was Rachel's stepdad.
Rachel.
I hope all of these girls are watching this and just hear all this beef. This is just guy car talk right now. All right, so we backed the car up and we got the rear end jacked up and removed the wheel. We're about to do the back shock. So John, what do you got to say?
So pretty much, this is really easy. Just don't mess up while jacking it. But basically, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain because the rear suspension is all the way up, and we just have to compress it. It's not a big deal. But you take this. I've already pre-loosened this, pre-broke it. I mean, take that nut off with the washer. That comes out super easily. You may have to hit that with a hammer or something, but we'll get to that in a little bit. That's a 17 millimeter. Top one is a 14 millimeter. And I'm just gonna loosen that really quick. Ooh. So right now it's actually spinning. So what I'll have to do here, I could try and hold it, or I could do it the right way and just use some vice grips. All right, so these are very not tight. You just have to basically hold it up here because it's like a spinning cylinder, and you just keep doing this. It's a lot easier if you have a ratcheting wrench, which I have one, but my tools are all over the place, so I can't find it. But you just keep doing this until it's all the way off, and after it's all the way off, you can squeeze it down and pull it out. So basically, we got the old one out. You actually want to jack it from the body and not from the suspension, or else you can't compress it to get it out. You want to use something like super slick stuff, just something to grease it up. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to get in, but you'll get in eventually. Eventually. Oh, there it goes. Wow, I think these are actually inverted shocks. Yeah, they are. Oh crap, my bumper. But yeah, these are actually inverted shocks. As you see, this is normal, but this is inverted because it's upside down. And you see how much bigger that is from stock. Even though these are the better Bilsteins, these are much better.
So what John means by inverted is that the body of the shock is now in the upper half, rather than with these, the body of the shock was at the lower half. The yellow part is the body, and then this blue part is just the cover for the strut. So, and on top of it, like John mentioned, the diameter is a lot wider. It's gonna be a lot better valved for higher performance off-road and on-road.
There we go.
Even those rubber bushings that go into the chassis are beefier than the stock ones. They should absorb the shock a lot better.
Oh yeah.
It's looking good.
Oh yeah. Plus, what you can do after this, if your thing isn't lined up perfectly, you can take like a flathead or something, and it makes it a lot easier to jam it where it needs to be.
Probably be even easier with the Phillips.
Probably.
You have a pointed tip.
But I don't have Phillips handy and I'm lazy, so.
John's
Try this.
fix you up.
Oh yeah, brother.
All right. We got the stock ones out. We got the new Fox 2.0s in. As you can see, these are the OEM ones, the yellow ones. And John is finishing up the other side, but we're gonna kind of wrap up the video. It's getting late. It's about midnight right now. But John's fix you up. We work all 24/7 hours of the week. And so overall, it turned out pretty good. there was no major issues. We had a couple issues with accessing things, so we just took off more parts, you know how it is, and then put it all back on. But nothing broke, nothing stripped, so we can't complain. We didn't get a chance to drive it tonight and do some photos like we wanted to, because obviously dark out. But John's gonna take some pictures and videos of it tomorrow when it's daylight again, and he's gonna forward those to me, so I'm gonna hopefully add those to this video.
This is it actually installed. It doesn't really give it too much height, but it definitely levels it out. And on top of that, I can actually put 33s in it now, so it does look a little bit higher. It does raise the front 2 inches, and it gives it a much better ride, so definitely well worth it.
And if you want to see more pictures and videos of it after it's lifted, follow John and I on Instagram. I'm going to put our Instagrams in each corner, and we're going to post more content on there. So stay posted. I think next we're going to do either a D-badge or LEDs. We got some LEDs and a light bar and some pods coming in. Not jewel pods, but light pods. So y'all stay posted. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit up John's Fix You Up. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
John's Fix You Up is dead.